Hey, so you ever had that feeling where it's like, you have talent, you have potential, everyone else is telling you, but at the same time, you're not getting the results you want, you're not making the kind of money you want, you don't have the lifestyle you want, and it could kind of be frustrating. And if you feel like that, then it's like you're literally where I was not too long ago, because I used to feel that same point of like, I know I have talent, I know I have more potential. I would see other people speak and keep messing up, and I'm like, dude, I could do it a lot better. But at the same time, I wasn't making any money. I wasn't in a relationship, and I'm like, what is going on? And it was really frustrating, right? It's like the more other people told me, Mayor, you have so much potential, it's like the more angrier I would get, because I'm like, I know the reality is I'm not doing anything, right? And it's not that I don't want to do this. I don't even know how to. Like, what am I supposed to do, right? How is it some people seem like they have no talent, but they're making a lot more money, or like they have the things that I want? And it was always confusing to me. And if you ever felt like that, it's like, that's why I want to make this video, and that's why I make all my videos, is because I come from Iran. I came from a third world country. I was born and raised until I was 14. Then we lived in Europe, in Vienna, for about a year, and then we came here. And I had to literally go from bottom of bottom to learn how to overcome fears, how to overcome obstacles, challenges, and really, like, how do I get any success in life? And I always knew, like, if I could do it, literally anyone else can as well. Because I was like, first of all, there's no one here in America, at least, that went through all these struggles or through the fears and things like that. Now, I'm not talking about on the extreme side of, being things done to you as a child or all this stuff, but still, if you grew up in middle class or whatnot here, it's like you still experience that of like, you don't get a lot of things that you're wanting, even though you know a lot more than your parents did, right? You got all the courses, all the books, watching all the right videos, YouTube videos, Instagram reels, and all the tips and tricks, but it's like still the monthly income isn't growing. You ever felt like that? So I'll share with you one major thing that changed all of that for me, that everything else like goes kind of underneath that, and that was the point of getting a mentor. For me, getting a mentor was the biggest shift in my life, in how I started thinking, because a lot of the times, the way I would normally think, I would go to my mentor and be like, hey, these are my thoughts, and he's like, this is where you're wrong, this is what you should do, right? And I was like, oh, no wonder I'm not getting the success, because all these tiny little things that I'm doing different is all wrong. And people who are successful, who have the things that we want, they're just tiny little things, they're doing them correctly and getting the right results. So getting a mentor, it was really fundamental in my life, because it's like having a cheat code, really. Like any person that I met who you see them and you're like, all right, they know what they're doing, they all have mentors. And that's where, I don't hear many people. I remember Ty Lopez used to talk about the point of mentor, but they don't emphasize on it. They're like, yeah, you should do this instead, you should read books, you should do that. Guess what? You could do everything right, but if you don't have a mentor to then support you based on where you are, it's not gonna work. Now, your next question might be, which was a question I had, is like, how do I get a mentor? Where do I find a mentor? And that really depends on who you are, what your goals are. But what I did is I first took a piece of paper, white sheet of paper, and I wrote down, what am I looking for in a mentor? And I wrote all of that down. And then that question, I kept asking myself, like, where did I get a mentor? I know where to get a mentor. And all of a sudden, one of my cousins told me about some big event that was coming up. And when I went there, I was able to meet my mentors there. And that event was in Punta Cana. I spent about like $2,000 to go there and everything. But the mentors that I found helped me make a lot more than $2,000 that I spent to go there. So You could find mentors at events. You could find I mean, I'm making this video because now I'm at a point where I'm starting to mentor other people. And I don't just mentor anyone though. Like, you have to really be teachable. You have to really be willing to learn and be willing to change. Because guess what? Many people want to learn. They want to learn freaking everything, but they don't apply any of it. They're not willing to change. For me, I was willing to do what the mentor said, whether I agree with it or no. Obviously, I use my common sense of like, if they're like, go jump off a building, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. But in other cases, like, I would do it even though it felt uncomfortable, right? So that's the point. You have to look at yourself, but write down. The writing part, very key. Many people who watch this video are not going to do it. And you could be listening to me while you're driving or something, but do it later, right? Do it when you get home if you really want to grow, because there's no other way. Like, I've tried all of it. The mentor point is a very key point. Now, there's other tools and things that I use to enhance my ability to be able to achieve more. But again, with those, I got support with that as well. So if you don't even know where to start, you could just reach out to me, message me down on Facebook, Instagram, and explain to me why. First, you could message me the word mentor, but then explain to me why you think I should mentor you. And based on the messages you guys send, I could see, okay, who do I want to mentor? But I didn't necessarily make this video to be like, oh, I want to mentor a bunch of people, because I'm already doing a lot of things. So I'm not, and I'm doing it for free, right? But at the same time, I was like, okay, if I were in the shoes of someone who's watching this and they don't have mentors, what would I have won? And I would want someone like me make a video and be like, hey, I'll mentor you, right? And I would do whatever it took. I would message them. I would do whatever, right? So look at this point for yourself, because a lot of people have a lot of talent, but because they don't know what to do, they don't know what steps to take, it's like all of it being wasted. So ask yourself, do you want to be another person that passes away and then everything you knew was wasted, right? Was it Steve Jobs or someone that said like the most talent, the most ideas are in the graveyard, because it died with the people who had them and they didn't do anything with it, right? So don't be another person that just goes to the graveyard without doing anything, right? But yeah, hope you got something out of this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.